on what he did last year, his first real year.
Well, I think the obvious is to stay consistent. He hit 252 or 51 yarders in the scrimmage Saturday. That's consistent. I think Justin can hone his craft a little bit in the kickoff game. Obviously, the longer the ball's in the air, the better we are in coverage. So we're trying to work to get a little more hang time. And like I said, the way the two he hit Saturday, we couldn't be more pleased.
I know first couple of years there's more or less a competition. Now that he's kind of seized it, do you almost give him, I don't want to say the senior treatment, but what he's done?
Fine line. It's a fine line. I think when you're challenging a position player that's a specialist and he's, for all intent and purposes, won the job, the motivation or the challenge has got to be improvement, not keeping your job, but how do you get better at your skill or better at your trade. And that's where we're at with him. You guys know he's a great young man. He's a great kid. He'll do that. But as far as competition, I think the competition now is how do I even get better? As opposed to, I don't have to beat this guy out. I got to be better at Thursday's practice than I was at Tuesday's practice.
Have a guy like Taylor Snap at a kind of an unsung hero type. How important is that in his role to be consistent?
Oh, that's the whole key. We preach this, any kick phase, like in punting, it's the snap, the kick, and the coverage. It's a triangle, it's interlinked. And the way Billy snaps the ball, some of the things we do with the Aussie-style kick, that ball technically has to be on the lead hip. Now, you guys think that, 12 to 18 inches? Makes a world of difference. Everything goes faster if the ball's where it's supposed to be. Unsung heroes, we were in training camp, called Billy. You guys know the story. Say, we might need you. Can you come up? He came up that afternoon, and I think 2 days later he was a starting long snapper, and we've never looked back.
You have a bunch of guys at the Jack. How's that competition going?
So far it's good. All four have showed they can help and contribute. Ellen being the older guy and the established guy, but CJ's had a great spring. Naheem Anderson, T1 Mason as young guys, they've got a lot of reps and they've improved. I'm really happy with all four of them, to be honest with you.
With Lamore, how does he build on what you obviously need some more pass rush?
He's got a guy that needs to up his game in the pass rush situation. That's been something we've been focusing on this spring. And obviously, again, with four bodies that are going to have to play, this is more about how does the unit grow than just one guy. We got to feed off each other. Some of them are a little better at pass rushing, some are a little better at playing a run, some are a little bit better in coverage. So it's just get the whole unit up to where any one of the four could go in and contribute. And you guys have watched enough ball. The really great teams, why are they great? Because they've got depth. They don't have to play the same 11 guys every play. So we're trying to build depth in that unit and figure out who's the best at certain skills.
When you're identifying a Jack, what's the perfect intangibles that you look for, like a linebacker, defensive end?
You're looking for a guy with defensive end size, linebacker skills, tenacity to rush the passer, length when he drops in coverage, and probably more importantly, then have the instincts to be able to read run or pass initially and do your job. Because his job changes in run, changes in pass, certain blitzes it changes. There's a lot to that position. But the more length, the more explosiveness, suddenness, the better we are.
Is that one of the tougher positions to identify? Considering so many.
I don't think it's hard to identify. There's not so many of them. So when you start recruiting, there's a limited number. And when you play an odd front like us and a bunch of other people, everybody's looking for that guy. And at the next level, those are the guys that make the money on defense. The outside linebackers that, third and long, they're rushing the passer. First and second down, they're playing run. In between downs, they're dropping into coverage. So it's I don't want to say a complicated position because it's a fun position, but there's a lot of variables to it.
How's Mason been on his return?
Good. I think initially he was a little bit tentative, and once he got out there, I think it's like anything else. When you have something repaired like that, you're a little bit tentative, and then you get a bump or a bruise, and you realize, okay, I am fixed. Whatever they did worked. So, and he's been getting better each day. Early in the spring, it was a little bit uncomfortable for him because he hadn't done anything for a while, but he's conditioned himself into where he's ready to go, and he took his reps today without missing a beat.
Did Corsac maybe exceed the expectations you guys had for how effective he would have been in that style of punting last year?
No. We went into this deal knowing that we were getting a guy that kicked it that style, and we were going to build our coverage and our protection around that. So I'd say no. Did he meet him? Yeah. That's exactly what we wanted. Now, how do we make it better? And there's some things that we'll tweak as we get into the fall camp. But, he's done a great job. You guys witnessed that last season.
Did the results kind of speak for themselves. I mean, I think I remember talking to you at training camp. You kind of cautioned everyone, fans, it was going to be ugly, but then the results kind of spoke for themselves.
Correct.
With it.
He, I think part of it was learning this game. The skill set, the ability to punt the ball and put the ball where he wants it was never in doubt. But understanding, hey, it's got to be in the air a little bit longer. It has to be placed here. The protection, this is the spot you have to avoid. There's, this is where a block could come from. And as he became more and more comfortable with that, obviously, the numbers were better.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you.